Captain Peter Cutsey. This is part 2 of the normal procedures, the electrical power up. We'll cover the first option first. If external power is needed, let's say it is for this example, verify that the ground power available light is illuminated. It is. Ground power switch on. Verify that the source off lights are extinguished. They are. Verify that the transfer bus off lights are extinguished. They are. Verify that the standby power off light is extinguished. It is. Electrical power has been established. Now we'll go to option 2. We'll actually turn off the external power, and we will go ahead with the if APU power is needed. Verify that the engine number 1, APU, engine number 2, fire switches are in. They are. Alert the ground personnel before the following test is accomplished. We have overheat detect switches normal. Test switch hold to fault and off, this position here. When we do it, we will verify that the master caution lights are illuminated on the glare shield. 2, verify that the overheat detect light is illuminated. 1, on the captain's annunciator panel, and verify that the fault light is illuminated. That's this light here, should illuminate. And if the fault light fails to illuminate, the fault monitoring system is inoperative. Verify that the APU detect and op, that's this light here, is illuminated, and do not operate the APU if the APU detect light fails to illuminate. Well, let's go ahead and do that test. We'll do it in 2 parts. That is, we'll do it twice, just so you can view both panels clearly. So we'll hold it to the fault and op. We have a fault light, and we have an APU detect and op light, and we'll go up to the panel. I'll just release the switch for now. We'll go up to the panel and redo it. There's a master caution, overheat detect, and master caution. 5 lights. Once releasing the switch, all lights should extinguish. All lights extinguished. The next part of the procedure is to do the overheat fire test. When we do it, we want to verify that the fire warning bell sounds, verify that the master fire warning lights are illuminated, 2 of them, verify that the master caution lights are illuminated, 2 of them, verify that the overheat detect annunciator is illuminated, that's on the captain's annunciator panel. Then after verifying those lights, either one of the fire warning lights push. The bell should cancel, and both master fire warning lights should extinguish. That's what it says here. All right. And then go down to the fire panel and verify that the engine number 1, APU, and engine number 2, fire switch lights stay illuminated. Verify that the engine number 1 overheat and engine number 2 overheat lights stay illuminated. If installed, verify that the engine number 1 and engine number 2 start lever lights stay illuminated. We don't have that option on this particular NG. Note, the wheel well fire warning light on the overheat and fire detection panel may or may not illuminate on DC electrical power only. For accurate testing, do the wheel well fire detection test after AC electric power is established. So that is important. We'll see what happens today. So let's go ahead with the check. There are the two master fire warning red lights, the two master caution lights, and the overheat detect. And the bell is sounding. You can't hear it because of the software I have set up here. In any case, once we push either one of these master fire warning lights, the lights should go out and the bell should cancel. That is the red master fire warning lights and the bell. All the other lights should stay illuminated. We've pushed the one red master fire warning light, both lights extinguished and the bell canceled. Now let's go down to the fire panel and have a look at the lights that should remain on. Engine number 1, APU, engine number 2, fire switch lights on. Engine 1 overheat, engine 2 overheat, lights on. Wheel well fire light not on, which means we'll have to redo this fire overheat test after we establish AC electrical power. So on release of the test switch, all lights should extinguish, and they did. The last part of this check is the extinguisher test switch check. So test switch position 1 hold will verify 3 green extinguisher test lights are illuminated. Then test switch release, the light should extinguish. And then we'll repeat for position 2. Let's go ahead and do that. Position 1, 3 green lights, check. Release, lights extinguished. Position 2, 3 green lights, release, lights extinguished. Now let's go ahead and start the APU. APU start switch, hold momentarily. It's totally automatic. While the APU is starting, it'll take approximately 1 minute. There are a few notes on the FCOM. If extended APU operation is needed on the ground and the airplane buses are powered by AC electrical power, that's important. We have to get AC power on the buses before we can position an AC power fuel pump on. This will extend the service life of the APU. Another note, if fuel is loaded in the center tank, which it is today, position the left center tank fuel pump switch on to prevent fuel imbalance before takeoff. Well, that's what we're going to do after we establish AC power. Caution, center tank fuel pump switches should be positioned on only if the fuel quantity in their center tank exceeds 453 kilos. Well, we'll check that. And do not operate the center tank fuel pumps with the flight deck unattended. All right. Here we have the APU gen off bus light illuminated. So when the APU gen off bus light is illuminated, APU gen bus switch is on. Left and right. Verify that the source off lights are extinguished. Let's go ahead and make sure of that. Source off lights extinguished. Verify the transfer bus off lights are extinguished. They are extinguished. Verify that the standby power off light is extinguished. It is extinguished. Now we come down to the APU panel, and this is for the NG only. There are lights here. Verify that the APU maintenance light is extinguished. It is. Verify that the APU low pressure light is extinguished. It is. Verify that the APU fault light is extinguished. It is. And verify that the APU overspeed light is extinguished. And it is. All right. So we've done that. We'll come back to this note in a moment. But now that we've got APU or external power on the aircraft, let's go ahead and select that center tank boost pump on, the left center tank boost pump on, and we've got the correct indication here. As I mentioned before, we have a minimum of 453 kilos. We have 12,400 in the center tank. Now let's go back to the PowerPoint here, which is reflecting FCOM. Note, if you didn't get the wheel well fire light on the first overheat fire test, then another overheat fire test must be accomplished at this time. Now that there is AC electrical power established on the aircraft, well, we didn't get it, so we have to redo that test again. There's the test, and there's the wheel well fire light. And all the other lights are lit on the MCP. So the fire test is complete. Now that the APU is running, something else that we should be doing is establishing air conditioning. You have to wait at least 1 minute after establishing electrical power before doing this procedure. The isolation valve is already open from the last shutdown, which is correct. So left pack, my apologies, APU bleed on, wait for the duct pressure to stabilize. And if you notice, left and right are together because the isolation valve was opened on the previous flight. Now, left pack auto, I wait for the pressure to stabilize, and right pack auto. So the air conditioning is now set. This ends part 2 of the normal procedures. Thank you.